What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, this one's actually really weird because we ended up getting a season 5 marketing, I guess, for a crossover, and it randomly came out on a Saturday. Today, we're going to be talking about what the crossover is, the operator that they have showcased, and all of the details that we have so far. So if you do find the video informative or helpful at any point, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Today being a Saturday, very odd timing for Call of Duty to start marketing something like this. Usually they will do it on weekdays, and this time around they just decided to randomly post this at 10 a.m. Now, at the same time, we know that the Season 5 update is expected to launch on August 7th, so we are around 2.5 weeks away. Starting this next upcoming Monday, we were thinking that maybe they would start the teasers and start maybe zombies first, because we do have the final map that's going to be going live, and they will give us some photos, some intel, and that begins before the official actual roadmap and marketing begins. And then a week before, the Thursday, so on the 24th, we would get something along the lines of a roadmap, and then it'll showcase everything coming in with the update. Then as the weekend goes by, and then Monday the 28th comes around, or Tuesday, we end up getting the Battle Pass blog post to give us more information on all the tiers and what you're able to get from the Battle Pass. Occasionally, what they will do is on a Friday, they will post a crossover before they begin the marketing, if it's going to be like a big one. So say, for example, Squid Games, TMNT, these are ones that involved the event pass. There was also modes that came in tied to them, a bunch of different operator bundles, even like map updates and things like that for multiplayer and zombies. Those were the bigger crossovers, so they gave them their own trailer. Now, it looks like they're doing the same thing here, but I don't think the crossover is going to be as big as those. But they tweeted out saying, last summer, they know what you did. This summer, the fisherman's in your lobby. And then they tagged 2 different accounts. The first one is the I Know What You Did Last Summer official Twitter account, and then the second one is Sony Pictures. So the crossover is going to be with I Know What You Did Last Summer. They dropped around a 14-second clip as you're watching here. They gave just a little bit of information on what's going on. So you have Gray here being targeted in one of the Battle Pass operator skins that I believe we got either this season or the last season, but they showcase the fisherman eliminating her and sneaking her from behind. He looks like a completely, obviously, brand new operator, and I think the crossover is really only gonna feature this operator skin, because I don't know too much about this movie, so correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, it's about 5 characters who pretty much get into some sort of a car accident and kill someone, and then they hide the truth. So instead of reporting it, they try to hide it and then move on past that. Then a year later, a mysterious person, which is the one that you're seeing here in this clip, the fisherman, he ends up saying or letting them know he knows what they did, and he's gonna exact revenge on this person that they killed. That's what it's looking like the movie is about, and I believe it's in theaters at the moment right now, and it's one of these crossovers that they do to just promote whatever's currently going on in theaters. So sort of like the ballerina crossover that we ended up getting, they're probably going to have something along those lines and similar, and you have to understand that this is the crossover for the first part of the Season 5 update. So that means there's going to be an even bigger one in Season 5 Reloaded, which will come with its own event pass and things like that. This one may get an event, like a small collection-based event. If you guys remember with the ballerina one, they just gave stickers, decals, and it really wasn't that good. This might be in the same sort of boat and category. Now, what are your thoughts and opinions on this being the crossover that we have for the first part of Season 5? And anyways, going back to the trailer itself, you'll notice there's a couple of things. So other than the brand new operator obviously being available in Season 5, you'll also notice that they're on a brand new map. It looks like maybe this is a fish market or something along those lines. So it's maybe a strike map. It doesn't look too big, and it is something new that maybe will be available as a part of the launch map that we're going to end up getting. So that's what it's looking like to me. We ended up getting, a teaser for a map as well as a teaser for an upcoming operator bundle. You can't forget the hook that he's holding on to, the one that he does the finishing move with. There's the potential that maybe this could be a DLC weapon. I'm leaning more towards just the weapon blueprint, so they'll turn any sort of melee weapon that we currently have in the game right now into a hook melee weapon blueprint, and then make it exclusive only for this bundle. So you'll have to purchase this fisherman operator skin in order to use that, because once again, I don't think this collab is big enough for them to revolve and bring DLC weapons and big map updates for. It's just going to be one of those collection based challenge events, or something where you can get a couple of stickers, decals, and they're going to promote it for a week or two before they just move on. And then one thing that I also noticed is it was causing a lot of confusion in the comment section when Call of Duty posted this, because people are assuming that because they're bringing this crossover in and it's spooky, scary, and it has like that haunting theme to it, that maybe it's going to rule out, you know, them bringing in Ghostface or one of those, you know, Michael Myers bundles or something along those lines that's a lot more popular that they usually bring during the haunting. This is just one of those smaller crossovers that they do with whatever currently existing movie or show or whatever is going on. It has nothing to do with the theme of the season, so don't assume that this theme is, or the season is, going to be like spooky or, you know, scary related in season 5. And they also mentioned that it's going to be coming in this summer, so it won't be for season 6. Then for season 6 is when we have the haunting, and we're going to start seeing those more spooky crossovers, the big hitters that they're going to be bringing in. Maybe, you know, another Michael Myers, maybe Ghostface, Saw. There's crazy ones that they've done in the past, and they're probably going to continue doing some pretty big ones as we see here later on into the haunting. This is the first crossover, not the big one, because we are going to get another crossover that's going to be even bigger in the Reloaded update with the event pass. So there's a lot to look forward to and expect in terms of what's going to be coming in. But as for the rest of the schedule, I believe that the next piece of marketing that they're going to start with is going to be this upcoming Monday, and that's going to be the Zombies DLC map. So Janice Towers, we're going to get to see what that map looks like. Maybe they're going to drop a photo and some sort of text. That's what I've seen them do with a lot of the other past Zombies map. So you'll get an idea at what's going to be happening, what's going on there, and is Sam going to be successful? Is Richtofen and the crew going to be able to stop her? Will Richtofen be a playable operator? Are they going to be introducing more characters? And what's going to be going on with that? Then after the first week of straight Zombies, you know, teasers and reveals and things like that, the following week will begin, and that's when we get the actual Season 5 multiplayer, Warzone, and more sort of content. So we get to see all the multiplayer maps, the modes that they're going to be bringing in, the operator bundles they're going to be releasing, the DLC, weapons, and all of that good stuff is going to be revealed that week after, and then we wait yet again to the week of the update itself, and then that's where we're going to get to see the Battle Pass and all of that good information. But before we wrap up the video, I want to leave you guys off with one thing. Do you think Call of Duty is going overkill? They're doing too many crossovers compared to what we saw with past Call of Duty titles. I mean, we went from getting one crossover maybe every other season to then getting one crossover every season, and then now we're getting like 3 or 4 crossovers per season. And some people were saying it's getting a little overwhelming, seeing like American Dad, Beavis and Butthead just running around, and then you also have like the Terminator coming in. Some people were saying that the crossovers are fine, they actually like them. They're hoping that maybe they could change the style, bring something else that they'll want, maybe a little more realistic sort of crossover. And then others were saying that it just doesn't matter, it doesn't make a difference to them. So they could bring whatever crossover they want. If they like it, they'll purchase it. If not, it doesn't impact them too much. But just what are your opinions on this? Because it seems like this is something that's going to continue on for Call of Duty's, you know, the remainder of Call of Duty being here. Black Ops 7 is going to have it. Modern Warfare 4 is going to end up receiving it. And it's something that sells so much for Call of Duty, and it makes them so much profit that they can't stop making these collaborations, because at that point they would just be losing out and missing out on a lot of money. But anyways, that is all that I got for you guys in this video. Is this going to be a crossover that you're going to be purchasing? Will you be getting that Fisherman skin? But it's been your boy Chidzo, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back on the channel again. Peace.